Ty Slatter with GTA Sports, and welcome to another edition of GTA's ISO Mode. If you haven't already followed GTA Sports Network and GTA, check on all social media platforms. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to GTA Sports on YouTube, and don't forget GTASports.com for all things in the world of sports. Today, we're talking about the Indiana Pacers. In particular, we're talking about the Obi Toppin trade. Now, for those of y'all that didn't know, Obi Toppin is a power forward, formerly of the New York Knicks, going into his fourth year, coming over to Indiana in a trade. New York Knicks traded Obi Toppin for 2 future second-round picks. Obi averaged 7.4 points, 2.8 rebounds for the New York Knicks last season. Let's just keep it simple, ladies and gentlemen. Obi Toppin was on the bench because he played power forward for a team that was putting all their chips on Julius Randle, a player that has been proven to only show up when it's time for a contract. You've heard me say it. You've heard Antonio say it on Heat Check. Julius Randle was eating up all the minutes. Tibbs was leaving him in the game 40 minutes a game, even when he wasn't having a good night. Bad shooting from the field. Obi was not getting any burn on the New York Knicks. How does this work for the Pacers? The Pacers, in my opinion, is the best landing spot for Obi Toppin because lower expectations. We all expect now those of us that have been following the Pacers basketball, we all expect the Pacers to make the playoffs this season. However, their expectations are lower than the New York Knicks. The Knicks have been building what they got going on currently as far as roster, Leon Rose, front office, World Wide West. They've been working on that for the last, really since Obi got drafted in 2020. He was a part of that initially, but Julius Randle just pretty much took over that whole position at power forward. Then you have R.J. Barrett as well, who also plays power forward. So you basically got 2 forwards, going back and forth. Of course, R.J. usually plays the 3, which allows Randle to play the 4. Obi just didn't have a spot on the roster. In Indiana, I think it's a different story. If I break down their roster, the only person that he's really got to fight for, minutes and position, in my opinion, and I believe Obi has more to offer than both of these players, is Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Smith. Jordan Orr is a great role player off the bench. You might remember seeing him in Milwaukee. That's where he got his really established himself as a solid role player before he got traded to Indiana. Obi has a potential to get more minutes than Isaiah Jackson and Jalen Smith if he's able to produce and show that he has elevated his game. Most importantly, this offseason. He's still under rookie contract, so this is a good deal for the Pacers. He's still under his rookie contract. And he didn't get to really break out in New York. So they didn't have to give up too much for him, as you can see. New York didn't even get any first-round picks for Obi because Obi was only averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds a game. It was a win-win for both teams. The Knicks were going to just let Obi pretty much waste away on the bench, and the Pacers needed a power forward that's ready to break out. He's more seasoned, I believe, and he has more to offer offensively and defensively than Isaiah Jackson and Jalen Smith, in my honest opinion. And I like Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith came over from the Phoenix Suns. He was like the 3rd or 4th center, sitting on the bench, obviously behind DeAndre Ayton and Bismack Biyombo over in Phoenix. They got him positioned at power forward here in Indiana, which is fine because Miles obviously dominates the center. But Jalen Smith also played center when Miles was injured, so because that's really his natural position. So really the only person that Obi has to really, earn respected minutes, and play for minutes against is Isaiah Jackson, because Jordan's going to come off the bench. Orr's going to come off the bench regardless. This particular roster currently right now, you got Aaron Naismith, Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Benedict Mathurin, who plays small forward. So again, R.J. Barrett type build, which is coincidental because he's playing for Canada just like R.J. They're both from Canada, so there's that. There's a Canada connection. Daniel Tice, the veteran power forward. Jalen Smith, as I mentioned earlier. Andrew Nembhard at point. T.J. McConnell at point, who's been in trade talks. So I don't know if he'll still be a Pacer when the season starts. We're going to find out because he's definitely been in a few trade conversations. And, of course, Miles Turner anchoring at center. Overall, I think the Pacers won the trade. They didn't have to give up too much for him. 2 second-round picks. No big deal. They wanted somebody that they feel could be a contributing piece to get this team over the hump to make the playoffs, because technically the Pacers were on track to make the playoffs last year prior to Tyrese Halliburton going down for a few weeks with an injury. In that stretch that he was gone, they lost. I think they only won 2 out of 10 games. I think they went 2-8. and that basically eliminated them from the playoffs because the East was so closely stacked ranking-wise that stretch that Tyrese missed pretty much took the Pacers out of playoff contention. This year, if everybody's healthy and everybody can figure out their roles and build off of the season they had last year, which was a step up from previous seasons. Tyrese became an all-star, obviously, in that season. Benedict Mathurin had a breakout at the six-man position, come off the bench, put up crazy numbers off the bench. This team has the potential to be a threat in the East with this roster. You got young players on young contracts, so they got time to build. Chemistry is a key factor in any team building situation, and I think the Pacers are basically putting it all together this season. I think they can make the playoffs this year, in my honest opinion, based on this move. So congratulations to Obi Toppin. I hope you get to have the breakout season you deserve. And to the Indiana Pacers, please get us back to the playoffs. Coach Carlisle, please get us back to the playoffs. This has been a nice remote for the Indiana Pacers. You can follow me at Ty Slatter on social media platforms. Don't forget to follow GTA Sports Network and GTA Heat Check as well. Like, comment, and subscribe to GTA Sports on YouTube. And don't forget GTASportsnet.com for all things in world sports. It's Ty Slatter. Until next time.